Hello!
Hello.
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 How are we?
We are back.
About 10
We
minutes.
returned, and we are more delayed than Duke Nukem Forever. Not that delayed. Not this
God.
time. Maybe in the future.
That hurts, man.
Actually, fucking disgusting. At least it's not Half-Life 3.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that is anymore.
It doesn't actually exist. I am gonna have to restart this computer because it's dead.
Great.
Jesus. Okay. I like I'm gonna steal something from your D&D aim in here and actually get someone else to recap.
Alright.
Possibly even Matt.
Oh god, no. I don't remember. All I remember is the glove.
All I remember is the glove.
That's all I need to know.
Alrighty. I'm just finding the second document I need, but
I
I can find
don't
it a bit
actually
later.
know how to force shut down a Chromebook. I'm just gonna hold the power button because usually that works.
Just wait until it runs out of power. Unplug it for 10 years.
Well, yeah, pretty much.
Okay. So, I'll do a recap then, for the sake of the stream and all of that good jazz. So, the last you guys remembered.
I like how the chili beer is just nice and big in the camera.
Dude, I'm fucking lying.
Product placement, right?
I do endorse
yeah.
this. I'm eating shit right now as we speak.
Yeah, this beer's kicking my ass right now.
The camera's struggling a bit to kind of focus. I don't know if it's because of it. So if you guys can kind of keep an eye on it,
Sure.
and if it keeps kind of refocusing.
Why do I do this to myself?
Yeah, you good there.
So basically, these guys have decided they're going to be drinking some chili beer.
Chili laced beer.
Mm.
Fucking
Yeah.
mistake.
Yeah.
That's the general consensus I've been getting. I am just drinking my usual Coke, and as
You
backup.
fucking you ain't hipster product placement at all, man. Look at this fucking matzo ass chili beer. Okay,
And fallback as water.
to recap. An elf with silver hair and blue eyes, known as
They.
Vey. A hobgoblin, known as
9 lives Nox.
you. I'm going to tell you where you are.
Okay.
And a demon called Krieg decide to wake up an interdimensional spear made of bismuth-like green crystal. Spend about an hour screaming, specifically the demon. You tried to... Okay, so...
I was
Nox-
asleep.
Oh, it's Toiga! Yes!
Oh,
Yeah,
hello,
man.
Tiger!
Hey, Toiga!
It's been 10 years. We're still
Hello.
getting drunk. We haven't stopped.
How are you awake at this time? Because he's from Norway.
Ooh. That's pretty intense. So,
Actually,
essentially,
it's not that late for
to
it.
recap the beginning of this adventure, each of the adventurers has received a letter telling them to go to the town of Glista, promising wealth, power, magic, you name it, under the man of under the.
Under the
That's
what?
the chili beer. That's the fucking chili beer speaking. It's taking over my fucking mind. So, each of the people were promised mysterious powers, anything to go and work for this man named Lero to solve mysteries that were occurring in the town, and so on and so forth. After venturing to the town, fighting hags, meeting a halfling, trying to buy a portable bridge from him, tricking him into believing a stone had mercury in it, solving a problem with the druid of the forest that hated the town, but promising the town would each plant a tree, talking to a man named Jaw. Much has happened. But nothing so dramatic as the culmination when they actually met the man who supposedly sent the letter or was recruiting them, a man named Lero, an old priest of Ilmatar, who, when they met him in a basement under his abbey, or his area where he was, he threw a vial of black inky liquid on the ground, which encompassed and enveloped the town. The adventurers then found themselves in an observatory, floating through what seems to be space and time. The town itself suspended in air. After dicking about with portals and growing several magic tumors by looking through a telescope,
All
Arcane
the same
tester.
story. Yeah, it's one big adventure.
yeah, this is
Yeah.
the same thing, Toiga.
Still going.
They one by one walk into the old workshop of the town's builder, Shirik, a wood elf from Cormanthor. They took their time walking into this portal, which actually revealed to Ghost to what appeared to be a workshop of ancient elven architecture, very similar to the one they walked into, but in some ways different. After conversing with Shirik, who started being quite delusional and aggressive, a golem attacked them that she had constructed, and eventually she began to lose faith, is talking about an enemy attacking them and wanting to enlist the parties in aid. The party slowly realized something was going on, but it was too late before the walls around them enveloped into a white substance melting away, and Shirik herself deformed, her head lopping to one side, one of her arms distending and extending, opening up and firing bolts into Matthias of red energy that tore off one arm, one leg, half his waist, and his head. Matthias was slain in a space of about 3 seconds.
R.I.P. Matthias.
Thus we have they.
Yes.
They are currently spending the aftermath of that, where they ended up in this green bismuth-like sphere with a Rakshasha known as... Give me a second, let me get his name for you boys, because I'll
Do
say
we know
it
his
for you.
name?
Yes. You don't, because you fell asleep.
I'm asleep.
You're asleep.
You've got an admirer.
Yeah, I just pushed that.
Oh, nice.
You're famous, man.
Ben couldn't make it this week, unfortunately.
Yeah.
He'll be back next time.
This also means the glove will not be here, and I'll just
So
go-
sad.
We are all very
I
disappointed in
know.
Ben.
If you want to see the glove, go to about 2 hours and 30 minutes of the previous video. Holy fuck. So, Hiri Kilgalarian, or Hiri the Rakshasha, a cat-like man wearing a noble outfit sitting upside down in the sphere at the top with everyone else strewn among the bottom. What occurred in last session was quite simple. Nox wanted to sleep.
I
After
did.
plundering Matthias's half of Matthias, he started to lay down on it and proceeded to try to sleep. They, the elf who had appeared here after exploring the forest around Glister, began conversing with Hiri and Krieg, the demon. The demon thought he was drunk because of the circumstances around him and proceeded to plunder a vial of incredibly potent ogre absinthe, known as Moonsea Moonshine, from Nox while he was asleep on the body. They, getting frustrated and not trusting the cat, decided to kick the goblin awake. The goblin pulled out a vial of black tar and drank
What?
it.
Hang on, I accidentally timed out.
Oh shit!
I'm
Oh,
sorry.
How long would we, boy?
That was not supposed to happen. I don't know
Okay.
how that. You know what?
This is a long recap because it's also for Shandy.
Alright. Yeah.
Oh fuck, I need more of this.
Go for it, man. Yeah. I'm already drunk.
It's actually woken me up.
Alright.
Like normally beer is like food comatau, this is like
Yeah.
fuck.
Kicks the ass, man.
Do you want some of this to go with it?
No! That's just fucking bread. Rip.
They might absorb some of it.
No man, I got the poppy. You okay? You need some help?
I could probably take a break from the chili beer.
This is like heaven. And brew.
Right, no more touchpad. I don't trust the thing.
Alright. Are we live?
Yeah. I accidentally
Oh, we got that.
What?
Are we live?
were
We are actually live, or are we still crashed?
No, I
Where we at?
accidentally banned someone in chat.
Oh!
Oh,
Shit!
Yeah.
Fuck!
you naughty man.
Alright, cool.
Yeah, just died.
We'll
Don't
go back.
fall over.
Fucking poor Hellions, man. He's been around for ages.
I know.
Look at him. This
Look.
is like asking where the Asian is. Banned for racism. Ching chong, ching chong.
Wow. I'm sorry.
Ming Lee. I'm sorry.
Alright.
Come on. Come on. Alright, back to the recap. So, where were we? Nox pulled out the black tar juice and drank it, naming Chaotic. This liquid, the alignment you name, is repulsed by you. Krieg, the demon, was repulsed by Nox. Trapped in a sphere. Compulsed, like, for 8 hours.
Yeah, he couldn't approach me while I was asleep.
Thank you, Lauren Vance 23 for the follow.
No,
Welcome to
that
the
was,
order.
that was a host, and that was triggered by me.
Ooh, shit, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So, what ends up occurring is
I'm
that
a Twitch professional, okay?
I'm not, I don't know what's happening. So, Krieg, You're about to find out with some DM magic. I can describe it a bit at the end of the stream as to how we deal with missing players. It's very much
Different groups have different methods.
Very much so. My method is that character goes and does something that the group's not aware of. So, Krieg begins to punch the wall of the sphere for about 15 minutes. Vague asks the Rakshasa Hiri if he can do anything about it, and the Rakshasa tells him to stop. Krieg sits down and screams. For an hour. Like, for a full fucking hour. Vay doesn't trust the cat, so doesn't do anything, and Nox sleeps. Everyone's pretty happy, except for Vay. And Krieg. And the cat. Just Nox is happy.
I just need sleep.
You're getting your sleep.
I don't know.
Krieg then gains some of his composure back, realizes there's a small exit hidden behind the Rakshasa on the top of the sphere, climbs through it, falls on a pile of skeletons, puts on a glove that he found on the skeleton. This glove begins talking to him, naming itself as the Paladin Theresen. A paladin of Ilmatar who'd been praying that Ilmatar would return at some point in front of his altar. Realizing that Krieg, a man of greed and power and very much just greed, really, realizes that the glove's nature is of such good that it wants to help innocents that it's not really meshing out, not working out. He rolls back into the portal, which is under the altar, and offers the elf Vay, who's just observed him screaming for an hour, that he's having a really bad day and Vay should definitely wear the glove. It's not working out. And that brings us to where we are today. Krieg leaves. He looks at you for a moment. You see something clicks on him, and he goes back to the portal with an absolute look of despair on his face.
Probably talking to the glove.
Or
You
being
think
talked
so?
at by the glove.
Yeah.
He is visibly frustrated
Okay.
and concerned, and also exhausted. On that note, you do feel really weary at this stage, like as if you've made several days' travel without rest. It's seeped deep into your bones, and you're not sure that you'll be able to perform any action with coherence.
Oh.
The same with you. You're awake. You have been for the last 10 minutes or so, hearing a conversation about a glove of some kind. You lay wedged and somewhat trapped. A sheet of green emerald covers your eyes, and you feel it sort of. It's not entirely rigid. You can move a little bit,
Right.
but you're kind of stuck here.
Oh, okay.
You haven't been able to muster the strength to move due to your exhaustion. But you do hear something that called itself Hiri talking, and you can kind of see through it a bit in its slightly moving shapes. You can yell out. You've made enough space to now yell.
Okay. Yeah. Guys!
You hear a muffled from behind, like a wall of sort of bismuth-like emerald crystal that's emanating light directly behind you.
How?
All that's around you is the cat, who lays in the same pose with his arms crossed, and the sleeping hobgoblin on half a body.
I approach the noise, I guess, tentatively.
What are you saying?
Okay.
You see like this shadow move towards you?
Okay.
It's all diffused
Like
through
through the
this
glass.
through
Yeah.
this green thick glass.
Okay. Yeah, I just cry for help.
You're like muffled strides in there. Like, and it's like all really bassy because it's coming through the glass. It's like, Dimmadinian, I will take anything as a compliment.
That makes me laugh. It's great. I examine the, I guess the wall. Yeah.
Are you moving at all? Roll a perception for me.
Yeah.
Him, not you.
Oh, no, yeah.
You take that fucking back.
Okay.
That's 11
Glass.
plus new character. I know nothing.
Go to the giant skills column. It's sorted alphabetically. Perception.
Perception, and I'm adding
A fuck ton.
the total.
Yes.
Perception 16. So 27.
So even though the crystal itself seems to be what's emanating the light in some way in this room, you can clearly see the outline of what appears to be humanoid-like shape entrapped within this one. You haven't noticed it yet. It's actually really deep set. So you can only see like the shadow of it, because whatever light's emanating from behind is kind of projecting it onward, but it's very distorted. It's making muffled noises at you.
Okay. Would I be
You
able
may make
to?
noises as you wish.
Would I be able to determine how thick it is?
What skill would you associate with that?
I don't know.
Because as far as you can tell, the crystal, like, it could be diffusing a lot. It's like all steps, so the shadow is like pulled over ridges, things like. It's very difficult to tell if it's like surface
okay.
level or not. You can investigate around it a little bit more. In fact, with your perception, probably you see that it's a little more like jutted out than other things. Like it's other where it's smooth and seems to move in alien ways. Parts of this feel more jagged and ironically more natural. Like you could actually pull onto it.
Okay, is it attached to anything, or is that?
You feel that
Can I tell?
it's more like it's been pushed out of the wall, and it might have. I don't know if your character would know. You'd have to roll a knowledge geography, dungeoneering, or appraisal to determine if this would affect the structural integrity of this.
Well, I have knowledge dungeoneering. I don't have a total written on that.
Go ahead. You can add the numbers together. That'll be the total.
Including the 3 on the.
Yep. Because you put a
Plus.
skill point into it.
Cool. So. Hang on, let me quickly.
It's okay. I too do
I-
not know how to add numbers. Calculators
I-
have called me,
yeah.
called me since I was a wee lad.
Yeah. So that's.
And now this chili
21.
is turning me into a man. 21?
Yep.
Yeah, you'd wager like you'd wager it's very similar to a brick wall that if you push on it and you push the bricks out, it's going to get weaker very quickly. The same sort of thing is happening here, you suspect.
Okay.
Like pulling at it may crunch it. You're also not sure what the figure behind the crystal is, though.
Yeah.
It is making a lot of muffled noises at you, and seems to be like shaking a fair bit. It is humanoid in shape, but it's quite distorted. Here he calls out to you and says, "Is there something strange in this prison?" He cocks his head at you, strokes a whisker.
Of course. I tend to shift it slightly.
You feel like he like moves you a little bit. You feel the shadow clumps onto it, and you get a.
Okay.
It's kind of like shuffles around a bit, and you can feel it weakening.
Okay.
You notice that it's relatively fixed, but it is slightly moving. Like it's kind of like you're crunching cracks against cracks, and it's not that it's a whole piece is moving, but it's all pushed out a bit, and there's like little seams that are weakened. You can roll a strength check to try to escape
Okay.
at this stage.
10.
Oh,
So like,
okay.
It's like a 9. It's like you roll a 10 and it's like, this isn't looking good.
Yeah, I'm not gonna able to.
You're a little limp-wristed. Come on, baby.
Yeah. So it's -1, so it's 9. No.
You feel like you stop moving for a moment, and your hands are still on the crystal. I'd imagine you're not too worried about that.
Yep.
You feel it like move with you, and the shape inside like wiggles.
Okay.
It's like
I still cannot tell what the creature inside is attempting to communicate. Yes.
no.
Okay.
I don't think he can either, so I wouldn't worry about that.
Is that clear enough?
If you want to try, if your character would, you could roll a sense motive to try to figure out what the fuck's going on. If she doesn't really care, she can also just leave.
I mean, I think she's curious enough. Pardon me. To I'm gonna roll a sense motive.
Alright. So you're like, what the hell is this thing trying to convey?
Yeah.
Perception would also work to try to pick out the noise from the crystal. From the distortion of the shapes.
I'm gonna go with sense motive, I think. What's the safer? Oh.
That doesn't look very good.
No.
Oh shit.
15.
15.
Hmm.
Shit!
Wow, okay.
Oh.
That's higher than I thought it was going to be.
Right. You rolled a 1.
Mm.
Alright.
I mean,
That actually passed.
Nice. Alright.
Yeah.
You can kind of tell that this is the sound of desperation. Not of, I desperately want to go at your throat, but holy crap, I don't want to be in this crystal no more. And a little bit of crying.
Yeah.
You've noticed it slowly going from
Okay, I'll try and shift it a bit more.
like, are you actually trying to like push it aside now and actually push it away to get to it? Or are you just like, just roll another strength check.
Alright. Come on. Oh, come on. It's 5.
So whatever you roll goes down.
You feel like limp, almost pathetic force from the inside of
actually makes it
this
harder.
crystal ball. You're like not too sure. You know it's like really sad, and you just go like,
Maybe the person is tired.
And do I feel any different at all?
I don't know. Do you have any empathy to this thing or not? That would be how I'd ask. Is this the kind of thing your character would be like? By now you know it's a humanoid creature that's sad. Would she be like, fuck him. I just met them in this weird prison, or this is probably someone I should help.
I think the latter at this point.
Okay. So you can make a considered effort to like push it aside, because right now I feel like your character hasn't made a considered effort to move it.
Yeah.
This would be the stage where you're like, okay, I want to try to pull it off or something like that.
Yeah.
It's up to you.
I'm gonna.
You can roll a strength and athletics, or if you have a tool in which to pry it, it would also make it easier. You could use your weapon and smash it.
We haven't figured
Or
out.
you could leave them there to die.
You could just be like, fuck him.
Well, like I don't know the nature of this thing, so I don't want to hack at it because I don't know what'll happen.
Just like, you just kill Ezrin.
Well, I don't know what it is.
It's so sad.
What's inside? It's just sad, and I don't want to like. I don't want to kill whatever it is.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm gonna push it, I think.
Can you roll in athletics? Or a climb, or a
I think
strength roll.
acrobatics, probably. 29.
Alright, you easily leverage force, climb around the crystal, and get yourself into a position where you can forcefully pry some of this off, and it crumples down before you. You kind of feel it, and the light unfolds from you. You see more crystal. You slump forward. Can you describe yourself for everyone?
Okay.
What comes forth from the crystal?
Okay. So I see like this blurry image, just you know, pushing away what's in front of me, and all of a sudden there's like this massive light that's like blinding me, right? And yeah, I just fall forward, and yeah, so I'm guessing you are in front of me, so I just bump on you or something.
What do you look
Yeah.
like?
This is cocky ass looking
Yeah.
robed man with long hair clambers and clasps onto your legs, coughing and hacking and spitting at the ground. There's a slight sob contained within it. Is that okay? Don't rub the chili beer in your eyes, man.
Oh,
You fuck
yeah,
yourself up.
Yeah,
I might actually cry.
Bad idea.
That'd be the real shit.
Yeah.
Who is he clambering to? Can you describe yourself to Ezrin?
Okay. Okay. Well,
If you don't have the description ready, we're all good.
yeah, I am.
You just be like, I'm an elf with silver hair and blue eyes.
Yes, I'm a female elf
Okay.
with silver hair and blue eyes, as he said.
Alright.
I
What are you
kind
wearing?
of.
What are you wearing?
Haven't really. Did we?
Would you be wearing leathers?
What would you be wearing?
I don't know.
Or a robe? Would you be disguised your armor, or would you be blatantly wearing armor?
I think my armor would be disguised.
Right.
Help!
Oh, we need. Yeah. Yeah, I need to go in.
Is this twisty?
No.
No.
The chili here is twisty because they want you to blow yourself up. So we'll get back to your character. I think we'll see what happens next. It's this interaction. You are still exhausted. Your ability checks are probably going to be suffering from here. I don't know what you do. You just come back with it.
Yeah.
This is the fucking dream.
You don't want to know.
We have to do it off camera though.
Yeah, exactly.
That's probably why it tastes so good when you do it, maybe.
Yeah. You're onto something here.
Oh, it actually does taste really good. Okay, so you are clinging to this elf that is wearing some form of elven clothing, I presume. She's tall and lithe and looks down at you. With what expression?
Curiosity.
Okay. Okay, so I hang on to her clothes and I'm like, oh, thank you so much.
The room, by the way.
He's blowing snot all over.
Yeah.
The room, by the way, you smell. It's an hour. You smell like fetid blood.
Okay.
What's his alignment? What else does he smell?
What's your alignment?
I think neutral.
Okay. Alright.
Huh?
No problems.
Alright.
Jesus! I don't want another hour of screaming! Holy shit! But get me back in the crystal! Get me back in the... Build the wall!
Why did you open this damn thing?
So yeah, you're in front of this elf and you smell this fetid smell.
Mhm.
Hiri doesn't do anything while this is happening, he just watches. You've just seen this elf in this crystal prison. You're like, holy shit, thank you. What do you guys do? Do you converse? Do you collapse?
Well, firstly, I kind of try to get him to stop grabbing at my clothes.
Okay. So yeah, I just back off. Like
the man backs off.
Okay.
So I think you. I don't know.
So.
You're thoroughly confused by the situation.
Yeah.
Yes, that's probably it.
By the way, how long have I been inside there? Do I know? Or?
You've been asleep up until about 15 minutes ago.
Oh, okay, yeah. So
you would have heard the cough of a man going, "Ah!" and then about silence, and then some muffled talking about some kind of glove from behind the crystal.
Oh, okay, right. Okay, yeah, am I like really exhausted right now? Or?
God, yes. You
Oh,
are
okay.
exhausted to the bone. You have not
Okay.
rested in ages. Your companion has just died next to you. You've been through
Okay.
2 awful fights and a flood of black stuff.
Okay, so
After fighting hags, you
Okay.
are basically already on the verge of collapse.
Okay.
Same with you, actually, Bane, but for other reasons.
Yeah.
okay, all right. So I'm just gonna sit down for a sec, like in some corner of this sphere. Oh, it doesn't have a corner. Okay.
you're like, go sit in the corner. And you're like,
Yeah.
you're trying to escape, and you slowly find that you're like making this way above the elf,
Okay.
and you see you're face to face with her now. When you look up, you're like,
Yeah.
oh,
Oh
dear.
Okay.
Gravity is relative here.
Oh right. Okay.
You also
Yeah.
notice that another being introduces himself to you.
Yeah.
You hear a elaborate voice call out from above you.
Okay.
It introduces itself and says, maybe unlike the others here, you would be more willing to converse.
Who the hell
Are
are
you looking at him?
Yeah.
You want to look at him?
So I'm just extremely confused right now.
He is a tall, broad-shouldered, athletic 6-legged being. A majestic form to complement his Wagram feature fears, which would appear to be the face of a tiger. Glorious stripes and whiskers give him a strange expression where you can't really tell what he's thinking. A clawed hand with several tasteful bands of gold inset with various gems strokes the mane under his chin and twirls his whiskers, while the other grips his fine coat wear. An almost kingly robe of bright red with lustrous yellow gold dyed fur covers his undergarments, and a black velvety waistcoat with elaborate golden buttons and a truly slick pair of brown pants. He
Okay.
sits above you and is looking at you with his cat eyes, eyeing you,
Okay.
assessing you.
So can I roll a knowledge arcane to see if I've seen like a
You
either
may
a
knowledge
demon or whatever? You know?
a knowledge planes or a knowledge arcane.
Okay. Yeah, I have knowledge arcane. I'll roll that. Okay. Yeah.
Wikipedia Online!
Do you want to buy some scuba?
What do you have?
Okay, so 33.
You know the history of this race quite well. Is that
Okay.
arcanes or planes?
Arcane.
So this creature is typically summoned in an outer. You know he is from the outer realms, specifically those of evil. So he'd be likened to a devil normally.
Okay.
Devils being the creatures that emphasize law, order, and tyranny
Okay.
in the form of tyranny.
Mhm.
So fascism, slavery, basically any form of government that could be considered to be that of oppression.
Okay.
They generally rule over the 9 domains of hell. However, he is not from any of these. He is a creature that, while he behaves like that, he comes from the very soil that you normally tread of Faerun. He is what's called a Raksasha, of a particular variety that are the common. He's what's called a common Raksasha. They view them. They are typically very law-binded beings that operate in the form of contracts and information. They are also incredibly arrogant and typically use their guile as their means as a weapon. So they're typically non-combative for a devil. They are extremely powerful, however, and a force to be reckoned with if they feel so angered.
Do I know if they are like trustworthy in general or like trying to?
They're much akin to devils.
Yeah.
Will often perform a trade. They try to establish contracts and work their way into kingdoms, benefiting the kingdom, but only for their own gains. They view everyone else as beneath them as a tool, including the gods themselves.
Alright.
So, in essence, engaging in a contract could potentially be very beneficial for you, but also very dangerous.
Right. Okay. So I see you're a Raksasa. What are you doing?
You are knowledgeable. That is something I think is lacking appreciation around here. Given your companions, do you know these people?
Yeah, some of them.
What about the corpse over there?
Yeah, he used to. he used to hang out.
It's pretty alright.
Wow.
It's good. It's good. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, Vita.
We were tight. We were tight.
We were tight.
Literally
Yeah. Yeah.
He like grins a little, like you can't tell if it's a grin or a snarl. It's difficult to gauge his expression. You feel free to join the conversation as well, Dave, if you wish, or interject.
I just kind of step away a bit and sit down because I kind of need it.
He observes you and says, "I am here of my own will. In this
Interesting.
prison, as I call it. I've conversed with your companion, I presume.
Yes.
You could say I'm stuck here because I will it."
Interesting. So where is here exactly? What is the expression? What do you know?
Ah, and much like I have told they here, I will only tell you in benefit of a trade of some kind. Some information I will benefit of you,
Could you
only to prove
could you
my
confirm?
faith.
Okay. What can you tell me?
This place is the prison of a god that your companion wearing his glove walked in here. The residence of Ilmatar, his seat, as you will. It is the other reason I am not leaving here, is that it is his prison, although the warden is missing. That is all I will speak of. Decipher it as you will. However, I would need something from you if I were to give you more information.
What are you looking for? What do you want?
I take it if these are your companions as you know of them.
Yes.
You know of the black liquid,
Yes.
akin to stars. Where did you find it?
Well,
First, in order to make sure you benefit from this exchange, what information would you like in return?
I would like to know a way out of this place.
He smiles at you with a grin. This could be arranged,
Interesting.
but the price is heavy, and we would need to work together to find it. That is not something I can answer, but something I can aid with. For I know more of the nature of where you are, the reason you teleport to mysterious locations, than you ever will. Would you be willing to engage in such? Or would you like to trade information for something of lesser value than your escape?
Okay, let's start small. What
Why?
what else can I give you?
You can still give me the information of the black liquid, or perhaps wishing to purchase a smaller piece of information. That being said, the deal is still open if you wish to engage in it.
Okay, I will come back to you in a minute. I need to think about this.
I have all the time
Yes,
that an immortal like me would need. He sits back
okay.
and,
So I
and
just
stares at Nox, stroking his.
I'm asleep.
Okay, you're asleep. All right.
I'm sleeping on the corpse of Matthias.
Oh,
I was really tired, man.
I understand.
Everybody leave me alone, I'm going to sleep.
You haven't really looked around yet, so.
Yeah, I should probably.
Krieg
do
is
that.
not here.
Oh, okay. So, okay, so I go to Knox, and
Don't do it.
No.
Don't do it.
Oh shit! I wouldn't do it, but I feel like Estrin, like he would want to see like a familiar face right now.
You're out of bombs, right?
Yeah.
Alright. Thank fuck.
Okay. Yeah.
I
so-
watch intently to see what happens.
Okay.
Because I can see what he's about to do.
Oh shit.
You have no sense that anything will go wrong.
Yeah, because I have no reason to believe anything will go wrong, right? So yeah, I just shake you. Hey, Knox, what happened?
Can you roll a perception? Because this is really important.
2 plus, that's 12.
You don't wake up for that.
Okay, good. Yes, excellent.
Okay.
In your dream, a silver-haired maiden greets you on the fields. You blow her up.
Yes. As is appropriate.
Okay.
Why should be greeting me on the battlefield? It's a trap!
I guess, yeah, Estrin would give it another go. Let's see. Okay. Do you know you're sleeping on Matthias' body? Oh shit.
There's a huge negative to this.
Can we just appreciate the size of this die?
You get a relative size? The size of normal
The
D20?
Yeah.
That's fucking
Oh,
beautiful. This is the die that we're rolling to see if Ezrin dies. When Nox wakes up.
Oh shit. Uh-oh.
What can
We're suddenly attacking the darkness of sleep, yeah. Dude, tell me, what's that 17 give you?
Perception, 27.
You're still asleep.
Ah, okay.
He doesn't wake up. He's just, you feel the pulse and he's just like,
I know what's happening, I'm resisting. I'm resisting. Ah.
What's going on? What's going on?
In your
Okay.
dreams, currently, you're being tortured. You have not said
Welcome,
anything.
JR the
That's
Ferret.
better than waking up.
Okay. Okay.
You know this.
Yeah.
Something
Okay.
deep in your dream, you know that you want to be here right now.
Fuck off. Fuck off.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So, can I roll like a knowledge arcane to see like if this? Because I probably shook him.
You
Pretty
can
hard.
like detect magic if you want.
Okay,
or
yeah, I'll
you,
do
like
some-
knowledge arcane will be like
Yeah.
it could be under a sleep spell. Then
Okay, yeah.
I'm gonna let you get that one for free because that's like a DC 15 anyway.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Which you succeed on a 1.
Yeah.
Nah, you'd think if you was under some kind of sleep magic, the only way you could get through that is either detecting magic or spellcraft. To be
Right.
like, is there any ruins of any signs of spells or anything
Mhm.
like that?
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
What do you do?
What do I do?
Remember, detect magic you can just like spam. There's no real repercussion.
Okay. Yeah. Why not?
She lights up a little bit.
Mhm.
So there's a few effects on her, but they're unknown right now. They're universal. Woo! Nox has a few bits of magic on it,
Okay.
and there are 2 quite powerful sources glowing on his waist.
Uh-huh.
You yourself are glowing a little bit as well.
Okay. Okay. I'll check out the waist. See. Uh-oh. What did I do?
Perception. You're fucking just like picking his body.
14.
You're picking through his belt, and you recall that there's the 2 small vials of black inky liquid with starlight filled with them. You're still detecting magic, and you feel that there is an extremely, you wouldn't call it potent almost, but it's almost like pure universal that are emanating from these vials.
Okay. So what?
Drink it.
Yeah. I'm kind of. I want to step away, but I don't know. Like, yeah.
How well do you think Ezra knows Nox?
Yeah. I think.
I'm curious.
Yeah. So I think he probably knows enough.
Also,
that-
keeping in mind that Ezra is in an exhausted state, so
Right.
his reasoning may not be
Okay,
at
yeah.
the same level that it normally
yeah.
is.
Okay, alright.
It depends if Ezra's generally a cool dude or a jerk.
Yeah.
alright.
Like, this is the point at which you make massive character development from
Yeah.
a sheet of paper to, would he fucking do this?
Yeah.
This
yeah.
Damon is Pathfinder, so we're playing the more autistic version of 5th Ed.
Yep.
But it gives a lot more character options, so it allows for crazy stuff. This campaign was written a little bit for advanced players. If you need translations to 5th Ed, like stuff that's happening, I can happily do so.
Alright.
Is he a cunt or not? Let's explore Ezra's
Yeah,
character here.
okay.
How was he treated when he was a kid? Tell me about your childhood.
Yeah.
Did people beat you up and take Ezra's lunch money at the wizard school?
Yeah, I
When you
think
were
Did a hobgoblin take your lunch money?
Yeah.
You look like no.
Yeah, I have some repressed memories that's coming back to me, but yeah, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna step back. Yeah, so experience, yeah, just okay. He's tired anyway, so he's like, I don't have time to deal with this shit. Okay, he's fast asleep for some fucking reason. Okay.
And you're standing on a corpse.
Yeah, okay,
That I'm
so
also sleeping
The
on.
corpse also smells horrific at this stage.
okay, yeah. So
Like,
which doesn't.
really bad.
Okay.
His entrails are on the ground, for God's
Oh,
sake, man.
shit. Okay.
I was really
Nox is
tired,
just
alright?
like,
Okay. Oh shit. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just explore the area. Just look around a bit because I'm kind of new here. Like, I
can
don't
you
know.
roll a perception?
3.
So from what you can see around you, this area.
Actually, it's 5. 5. Probably doesn't help, but.
This area, as far as you can see, is just a sphere-like construct. There is not much space.
That is a
to
terrible
wage your-
marker. Let me get you a better one.
Yeah, let me get a better one. From what you can see, it's just a sphere-like space and about 15 in diameter with a slight juts of step-like structure. If you've seen bismuth before,
Oh no.
Bismuth is crazy, man.
Okay. Alright.
Try that one.
Can we get a picture of Bismuth for the stream?
Oh yeah. This is the crystal that fills the room. Matt, can you find a picture of bismuth and put it up on the screen?
I can try.
Come have a look.
No.
Looks like this shit.
Oh,
There is a
shit.
possibility.
It's all
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
around the sphere, man.
Oh, okay, right.
And you're like
Yeah.
here, about this big in relative. Nox
Okay.
is on a fucking body.
Yeah.
There's like
Let
an
me,
arm over here, half of it's over here, cut in twain. There's blood
Hang on,
fucking
let me- I
everywhere
can-
on the stage. It's brown.
Okay, yeah.
This elf lady is sitting over in the corner looking at you like.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Let me see if I can
She's
do
like
this.
fucking swaying with fatigue.
Okay.
The Rexasha is just fucking sitting.
I
looking
sat
at
down,
Nox,
by the way.
Okay.
looking at you.
I'm fine.
This is the state of being right now.
Okay. So, the spear, like, is there any place you can see outside, or like, is it just covered?
As far as you're concerned, no.
No.
So what am I looking for?
Bismuth. Bismuth. Except it's more like an emerald color here.
Okay.
Shit's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much
That kind of
that.
shit.
Yep, pretty much that first one.
We're in a Tiberium cave.
Okay.
Yeah.
Might not be wise to sleep here, but who knows?
That is a freaking huge
I don't
image.
give a shit.
I'm gonna. I don't know.
Holy fuck, that resolution.
Let's. I can't make it bigger, so I'm just gonna do it this way.
Alright.
I'm gonna show that first image, I think.
Time for what? Now the pear cider is making me sleepy.
Alright.
Let's,
Time for the kick.
Let's get
I'm
the kick
kidding,
back
man.
out, get the chilly fucking beer out.
Alright, sure.
Dude, this was a sick purchase.
Mm.
Well
So
played.
it kind of looks like that. Very much.
It's wild, it's
Cool.
off the chain.
Pretty much.
That fade out is really nice.
Mm.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say that.
Alright. Okay. Ah, shit. Okay. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna just sit down and think what to do because. Okay.
What do you do, Adrian?
I would like to.
You
take
got a
some-
little knocks on your shoulder.
Oh, yeah. And a squeak on this shoulder.
Just fucking
Alright, yeah, I'm just gonna just sit down for a sec and figure the shit out. Like, I just need a second.
It goes into like overdrive Wikipedia.
Yeah, okay.
We had a little intermission elevator music.
Alright.
What do you do? What, do you do anything day in the meantime?
Is he awake? He's still asleep?
I've been asleep for like 10 minutes.
For an hour and 10 minutes.
Oh, an hour and 10 minutes.
So
And
that's-
like Craig was screaming for an hour.
So he's definitely still asleep?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
You guys are exhausted, by the way.
Yeah.
Like you could fall asleep whenever you want. Like literally, you just be like, I'm out.
I honestly think I might. Because, like, I doubt he has any idea what's going on.
You have a feeling he's just.
Based on the fact that he was kind of frozen in a thing and had a conversation with the cat and kind of had no idea what was going on in that conversation.
I'm
either.
sorry to anyone tuning in right now. This is going to make no sense at
Yes.
all.
I highly recommend, below in the info box, there should be a link to a YouTube playlist that contains all 11 previous all 10 previous days minus day like 5 or 6.
Yeah, we
whichever one
lost a
missed.
day.
Oh, so sad.
Yep. And every episode contains a kind of rundown at the start of what happened in the previous one. But if you want to know what the hell is going on now, then the only one you really need to watch is last session, which is day 11. So yeah, I'm just going to take a nap.
This is really hard to convince myself to drink. Fucking chilly beer. Alright. You drift into slumber. While the rocky edges here do not make the best bedding, the mattress that you probably unfold to sleep in on the bedroll suffices. Your fatigue overcomes you and you fall into the depths of sleep. Doing whatever your character does when they sleep, probably just plain sleep at this stage.
Yep.
Okay.
There are two sleeping people, one on the body, one in the corner, and a cat man looking at you right now.
Okay. What do I do? What do I do?
What are you doing?
What do I do? Yep.
Delirium sets in. Delirium and cabin fever sets in.
Yeah, this would be a good time to panic, but I don't know.
The Londoners are like, normally people panic here. Maybe that's an idea.
Says living Wikipedia.
Yeah.
I've come to a conclusion.
Yeah.
Panic!
Panic and run around in circles, which is easier because we are in sphere.
It's very easy.
Yeah.
Just like pick a direction
Yeah,
and go.
whatever. Yeah.
You could be like a hamster right now.
Okay. I go to the cat man.
Do you walk up to him and just look?
Yeah. Yo.
So you walk up to him?
Yeah.
It's just like,
Yeah.
He looks at you and he
Yeah.
says,
By the way,
when you say what's up, he says, you could make an awful pun there.
Alright. By the way, what was he doing before I walked up in? Like, was he like just looking around?
He looked like he was just contemplating. Like he was just carefree, listening and observing to what was in front of him.
Okay.
Even as you walked up to him, he just observed you. He didn't really say much.
Okay. So about this black liquid, all I know is that the last time I encountered this, it just destroyed the entire village we were in, and every time we cast magic, it did weird things.
Ah. You perhaps are close to understanding its nature. You're in the cusp.
Okay. Okay.
I could potentially aid you in that regard if you told me who had it. I will tell you what you're missing. The pieces.
Here's the question: does living Wikipedia remember the name?
Yeah.
yeah.
He's stroking his mane and his whiskers at this stage, holding onto his coat, observing you astutely.
Okay.
He holds a nobility and grace to his posture that you have not seen in many men.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm trying to see if, like, I mean, he probably wants this information for a reason, and I don't know if these reasons are good, and you know.
There are two sort of things you can do. Is you can try to either deduct his reasoning, although you do not know much of this creature, or you could ask him.
Okay. Okay, I do a sense modi to see if he has like some kind of ill will, you know.
Ulterior motive.
Yeah.
Ha! Well,
The cat is an enigma!
Okay.
What?
It's a fucking cat. That's all I did.
holy shit, it's a talking cat!
Oh my god! Why is that news?
You have two sort of options here. So you could roll potentially a knowledge planes to know more about the hierarchical structure of Rakshasa and their objectives in general.
Yeah.
Or alternatively, deduct from this particular Rakshasa himself, Hiri, why he would want this information.
Okay. Okay, so I have knowledge planes. I have to look for that. Jeez, man.
It's still gonna be like-
Yeah, I know, 25, so.
Rakshasa, well, they come typically from Faerun, are also associated with another plane, which is not hell, but close enough to it. Generally, their structure and hierarchy is their objective in the plan of things is to become gods themselves. They view themselves as creators of the land, and they are far more interested in walking the land of their own volition. That's why they tend to be in positions where they control empires from the shadows. It's something they simply gain pleasure from, manipulating others and putting themselves in these positions. That being said, you deduct quite quickly that a man that's willingly sitting in a prison is not really in that kind of position right now. Typically, their hatred of the gods themselves is enough to drive them to do strange things that a man normally would not in their stead.
Okay.
What a bunch of wankers.
Yeah, no.
They're basically the fucking nihilists of the universe. They
Oh
hate
my
fucking everything.
Jesus Christ, alright. Okay.
Except themselves.
Yeah.
You
So-
could say that they're very close to demons of pride.
Okay. Yeah, so would I know like their weakness would be their pride, or any kind of a weakness they have?
Typically, the weakness of Raksasha is in fact their pride. So
Okay.
that is generally the way if you are to deal with them. And let me go look up a bit more on them so I can give you some more information. Typically, Raksasha. Give me a second. Well, he is a common Raksasha. Typically, their weaknesses are their selfishness,
Okay.
the greed. They tend to have a variety of sins that accomplishes them. So in some cases they could be prideful. In some cases they can be very, very greedy. In most cases, their pride in the combination with their vice, they can often overextend into a situation in which they are punished.
Okay.
The reason he might be here may be that.
Okay. So, interesting question. Why are you interested in finding out who has this black wicked?
If I told you that, that would be in payment for telling me. It's not information I willingly give my motives. However, it's information I'm willing to trade, nonetheless.
You know what I love about this? He didn't see our attempts at attempting to communicate.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, right. Okay. Interesting.
Information is the most powerful thing you have in your predicament. That I will give you for free.
Okay, so we have these two reasonable people trying to trade information. Why not? So this black liquid, as far as I know, it belonged to someone called Lord Bleeder from what was the place again?
You know that he's from Glister?
Yeah, Glister.
He was the founder of it, and he was a priest of Ilmatar, ex-adventurer.
Okay, so I don't tell any of that. I just say it's Lord Bleeder. He's from Glister.
He looks down, looks up at you. Deemed it worthy, I did say I would trade. Not as much as I wanted. Do you want my motive, or what the liquid is?
I would like to know what the liquid is.
This perhaps would loosen your tongue about this beer more. The liquid, for your reference, is the foundation of magic. It is the blood that flows in the weave's veins. That which can be molded into anything. Partly, it is what this room is made out of.
Okay. So, about the motive. Why don't you tell me the motive? Then I will tell you more about Lyra, what I know.
He smiles. Can you roll a persuasion?
Come on, okay.
Wow! This guy is a
Maybe.
guileful
Maybe.
negotiator.
Okay, yeah, that's it. 14.
I don't think you understand the balance of power here. I refuse to walk out of my own volition. I could potentially leave. However, I think you should tell me something first.
Yes, but you could potentially leave without the information. You still need the information, and I need to know what you know.
Can you roll a persuasion?
Persuasion.
Bam!
Oh yes! Alright, 19.
Only if you'll tell me the next piece first after this.
Alright. Good.
My motive for understanding the black liquid is I believe it is very much what is used to get us here. It was used in some kind of ritual. That which I know not the nature of, in all honesty. I wish to find out what it was, that ritual. It's going to be very strongly tied to Lero. And we can use that to leave.
So, you need to know that to leave?
I need to know more about this Lero. Where he found this, where he got the ritual, what his affiliation was, who was he. This information we can use to our benefit.
Okay.
As I said, I know more of the structure, why this black liquid is significant. I have told you of its nature and what it is.
Alright, so I don't see the harm in this. Like, I mean... Yeah, okay. I will tell all I know about Lira.
So you're going to go through a bit of Lero's history as far as you know?
Yeah.
Okay. So he listens with intent as you recall what you know of Lero. Do you tell him of the act of him dropping the liquid?
Mm-hmm.
How much do you describe about that?
Berksham going nuts and casting himself into oblivion.
Okay.
Jumanji!
Okay, maybe not that. Yeah, just generally, like, okay, so this is what happened, like, no. Like, yeah, whatever, like, yeah, don't go into too much detail.
You have given me a larger understanding. I will trade you something of my own choice this time. To leave here, you'll need to find Lord Leo. Perhaps. Or you'll need to find more about what he casted. The thing that he dropped the liquid into.
Okay.
That could be the keyhole. And the liquid the key.
Okay. Ah, damn, okay.
What more would you like to know?
Well,
Would you like to know more of the realm you stand in where you've been brought?
I would...
Perhaps I can tell you more of what he cast. If
Uh,
you'll tell me of its nature.
well, what I would really like to know is how to get the hell out of here, so I don't know if I should waste my knowledge on some, random factoids.
A practical man, I
Yeah.
can respect that.
Okay.
Tell you something that will assist me. I wish to leave this prison without walking through the door. If you were to find this ritual and call upon me, it's perhaps something I could aid you in understanding how to leave once you find Lord Leo.
Okay.
I can do something that will allow me to come to your side, effectively bypassing the gateway to this prison. If you call upon me on predetermined conditions.
Okay.
It
Okay.
is your choice. I will get you out of here if you get me out of my prison. We both
What?
want to leave.
Yes, but
I wouldn't do it.
but we want to do different things when we leave. So, can you tell me what you intend to do once you leave?
He smiles. And what will you give me in return? This guy.
I know, I gave up pretty quick. You can tell why.
Would it make a difference that I know what you intend to do after you leave? It's not like I could stop you.
It is simple then. The ritual hero cast is what brought us here. I will research it. I will understand it. It's perhaps a greater thing than even I understand at this stage. I don't know what it's for, but I have an inkling of why he would use it. Based on what you told me about him and based on what I know here. I would find a use for such a spell. I would impart my knowledge of it upon you, and then I would leave your side. You may never see me again.
Alright, fair enough. What would it take for me to leave with these guys? I point at the companion.
The same.
Same.
It's a door that opens. You can walk through it once it's there.
Alright.
I see no complications.
Alright. So I do know, like, for a fact, once a contract's been made with this kind of Rakshasa, is kind of upset, is like, he's not gonna betray me and just...
He will work within the confines of the contract to try to get his way
Oh, okay, yeah.
and his condition. You know that the thing that is his weakness is that he will seek only his own benefit. So if you don't get in the way of that, he won't attempt to assault you or anything like that. This is also something you can exploit to restrict him further.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You could consider this a combination of the fact that he is so set on his objectives due to his own pride
Right.
that he'll ignore your efforts to impede him until you're directly standing in front of him.
Oh, okay, yeah. Alright.
So it's like he views you almost like a flea, like a tool. Tools don't retaliate, that doesn't make sense.
Right, okay.
It's like the possibility of you being able to do anything to stop him is not there.
Okay, yeah.
In fact, considering, like, the way to view it is, if he were to consider you something that could impede him, it would lower himself.
Okay, yeah. Alright. Oh, shit. Alright.
You're aware that his information could be of real value to you, but you would have this additional threat of managing him.
Okay, yeah.
In effect, you are trading potentially freedom or some kind of moral backbone for information on how to get out of here a bit quicker.
Okay. So, if we leave this place, where would we end up? Exactly.
Interesting. I'd only considered that slightly. I do not know.
Okay. I want to go to a certain place, so I don't want to end up in another sphere. Once we do.
I would need to know more of the spell's nature. In effect, you would need to work with me here.
Okay, but can you guarantee me that we would end up in Blister where we first began?
I cannot guarantee it, but upon seeing whatever spell hero cast, I can confirm it.
Alright. Shit. I guess, I mean, at this point, information is not gonna change anything.
Why?
Yeah. Yeah, I
You don't
mean,
know if it's
like,
not
yeah,
going to,
yeah.
so it could.
Yeah. No, as in, like, as long as we don't both leave, like, okay, so he knows a little more. Alright, so, okay, so I want to know exactly where we end up when we leave this place. So, what do you need? What knowledge do you need to know?
There is something I can tell you, provided you put me in front of whatever ritual hero cast. I will know at that moment, and I will tell you at that moment.
Okay. Do I know anything about it? Like,
You can describe the circular ruins,
Okay.
and any inference you drew from that to it.
Okay. Okay, so I'm 100% like, okay, so can I roll a knowledge arcane to see like if there's any way out of this place like on my own without this guy's help.
Do you mean the prison or
Yeah,
do you mean
the prison. Yeah.
Oh, you're fairly certain. Can you roll a wisdom or a sense motive for me?
Alright. So wisdom's 17.
Ooh, okay.
Okay.
You aptly recall he said that there's already a way out of the prison itself.
Okay.
The inference you're getting is he's talking about the situation you're in.
Yeah.
Overarching being trapped on whatever plane you're on right now.
Oh,
The observatory, glister in the sky, this prison, that entire conundrum is what he's referencing.
oh, okay.
He says he will help you get out of that.
Oh, okay. Alright. So you guys are asleep.
How do you think I felt through most of last session?
Yeah.
Where he was asleep, Krieg was screaming at a wall,
Alright, okay.
and I recognized none of these people.
Okay.
There
And
are
was-
actions that you can take to make us not asleep.
Interesting.
Just as
How
a,
long
as
have
a
I been
player
asleep
to
at
a
this point?
player rather than a character to
10
a character.
minutes.
Okay.
Alright.
I need the rest, so I'm not waking
Yeah.
up.
Don't forget your character is exhausted.
Okay.
Now I'm wondering what would happen if all of us were asleep. What would the cat do?
We don't know. I assume that we would wake up immediately, 8 hours later.
Mm.
But we don't know.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay, so I guess like if I'm like really exhausted, so I'm guessing it's probably not a good idea to make a deal with the devil like at this stage. So okay, I'm gonna take a.
You're gonna sleep on it?
Yeah, I'm gonna sleep on it.
A respectable decision.
Yeah.
I will be here when you break.
Yes, of course.
As well, the benefit of this place is none will disturb you, no matter how long you wait.
Alright.
Because he has no sense of time, at least here.
Well, now I know he's a fucking liar. Because I had 2 people trying to disturb me. No, 3. In fact, every single person except the cat tried to disturb me while I was sleeping.
Yeah, alright.
He
Liar!
sits back and
Yeah.
proceeds to seem to ignore you,
Alright.
looking at your other companions with eyes of curiosity.
Okay. Yeah, so at this point, okay, I'm guessing I'm exhausted and I don't have any backup, so it's probably not a good idea to like.
Firstly, you have no idea who I am, and I
Yeah.
have no idea who you are.
Exactly, and you guys are both asleep, so I'm just gonna take a chill pill and
Just gonna chill out for a bit, just relax, take it easy.
yeah, just gonna take it easy for a bit. Okay, so I'm gonna take a nap.
430 hours later.
430 years later. Good deal.
So rolling all of those dice. How many hit points do you have left?
I think I'm fully healed because Matthias healed me before he died.
This is true.
Yeah.
He
yeah.
healed you more than he healed himself.
I know, right? No. He gave his life for his friend. Yeah, no more boss, man.
Apparently.
Nope.
He wouldn't have survived it, by the way.
Yeah.
It was too brutal.
Mm.
Sleep Simulator 2016 is accurate. We'll see what.
2016! Give me a moment. Now we have the interesting stage of a little
Waking up.
bit of DM shenanigans.
Oh god.
This is problematic.
Yeah.
Okay.
So chat, how's stuff?
How are things?
How are things?
We're not going to take too long from here, by the way. We are about to kick back off as the DM does stuff while the characters are sleeping.
So while he rolls a bunch of dice, I should say. What's up? Are you enjoying Sleep Simulator 2016 with a talking cat?
After. Talk Simulator is pretty good. That's what D&D is about, boy. Okay, so each of you wake up. We'll start with Nox. Nox, you wake up. You are still in the same green crystal prison. You can see your companions arousing.
Yeah.
And you are covered in.
Yeah.
It hasn't. There's
What's
no
that?
flies or anything, but something smells really
What's that?
awful.
It's me. It's me. It's okay. Yeah.
The body is well into the final stages of rot here.
What was I thinking? Start brushing myself off.
It's staining deeply.
Well, I was sleeping on Matthias's red cloak that was already red. So I'm hoping
It's not brown.
It's not too bad, but it's like
some parts black,
crusty
other
and
parts
dry.
moldy.
So I'll use the cleaner parts of that to wipe myself off. Bring some water, sort of give myself a goblin bath. Step away from the corpse. Is there anything left on the corpse that I can loot? Apart from what I've already
Can you
done.
roll a search again?
Of
Yeah.
course he asks that. That's the first thing that matters to him.
That is 26 on perception.
Fortunately, you recall you thoroughly investigated the corpse. A lot of it was destroyed, including the pendant and a few other things. The scarf itself is the one thing you saw remained intact, although you do recall it should have been damaged. It should imply some degree of magical properties.
So that's what I've got already.
Yeah, and it's the thing you're wiping yourself off with.
Well, it was worth a shot. Ugh. I feel much better and smell a bit worse, but... okay, I look around. I take stock of my surroundings. Where's Krieg? He was the last thing that I remember.
Krieg is not here. You find yourself in the same bismuth-like emerald prison, 15 centimeters in diameter, and you are met with two sleeping people. An elf you do not recognize at all.
No, that was the one that kicked me.
Yeah, someone that kicked you. Ezrin is now here and is asleep. He was not here when you went to bed. And
I
the
didn't really
same-
pay attention to much apart from everyone go away, so that doesn't surprise me entirely.
And you do see a pair of cat-like eyes staring down at you, which you recognize to be the Raksasha, who said not much before you went to sleep. He cocks an eyebrow at
I go back to cleaning myself off. I want to brush. I've got a bit of work to do.
you. It's taking you some time.
He's not saying anything, is he?
No, he's
Or she?
observing.
Or it?
You know he's watching you, but he
Yeah, okay.
is taking an observer's role at this stage.
Good.
You wake up.
I start preparing extracts.
It takes you time, right?
It does.
How long?
Of course you do.
It'll take me about an hour to prepare everything. Actually, maybe a bit longer.
So you have your kit out and you've started to piece together. I assume that's part of your 8 hours sleep.
An hour and a half.
So you would be getting through that, and the cat-like creature would have said nothing. You would observe your behavior as you prepare.
I'm somewhat secretive about it because I don't want him to know exactly what I'm doing. So even if he's up there, I'm like,
I think he would address you while you're doing that, so you don't wake
Okay.
up just yet. What is the cause for concern, traveler?
I don't know where I am. I don't know who you are. I don't know who that is. And I have work to do. What is your name?
My name is Hiri. I will give you the longer name, but Hiri is much easier to pronounce. I take it you are irate, and you wish to prepare whatever it is you're preparing. I will leave you to it. I seem concerned to chat.
Thank you. I go back to work.
There, you wake up. You're still about 15 minutes of preparing left. You wake up. You hear the sound of glass being poured into glass, a bit of clattering, and then you find yourself in the strange same surrounding that you were in before when you were exhausted. Your fatigue has washed away, and you were a little bit confused. You thought you may have woken up somewhere else, but you are still here. The
Okay,
hobgoblin appears to be clutched over a small set of you not sure what, and is moving things around. He slowly, every couple of seconds, he puts something away.
Okay, I pack up everything that I set up to sleep on.
Please together your bedroll, maybe you pull out a ration to begin eating.
Yep, I take a quick snack. I look around to see if anything's changed in the time that I've slept.
The body's gone significantly worse, and the hobgoblin's awake.
Other than that?
About it. This guy's
Okay.
now asleep.
Okay.
I look up and I notice you. And I scowl. And then I go back to work. But I don't say anything. I'm taking notes and I'm mixing things together.
Okay.
I'm not ready to deal with the world just yet.
I slightly kind of peek to see what you might be doing, but I don't try very hard. And I make my way towards the door.
Yes, we are in a planar prison, that's correct.
You walk
We
out.
have no idea where we are though.
Pirksasha is observing you as you approach the door, but doesn't say anything. Are you gonna walk straight out?
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you leave. I'll address you in a second. You see him sort of walk into a small scroll space, crouch down, and leave. He disappears out of sight behind some crystals. Ezra,
Okay,
Okay.
cool.
you awake.
Note taken.
Okay.
I'll deal with you in a second.
Um,
What do you do?
okay. So I like, and I sniff a bit and like.
I'm
You were
done.
gonna tell you like, oh god!
I'm done.
And
Oh, you are awake.
yes.
The elf is missing. Assess your surroundings quickly, well, from your slumber, rousing.
Yeah.
Not just that.
Well,
I don't know. Yeah, back in the spear thing. Yeah, okay, it was in a dream.
who is that one?
Yeti strokes his beard and says, you would find yourself in prison. Although, you could leave. Whenever
Wow.
you wish.
The other one left. There was an elven lady here.
Yeah, I saw her. Yeah, she helped me a bit earlier.
She must like you because she kicked me. Okay.
Alright. So, what were you doing? Sleeping?
Yes,
Yeah.
I was tired.
Okay.
Well, okay, so why are you here?
Because I choose to be. I do not wish to leave this prison.
If you choose to be here and you do not wish to leave, is it your home?
She scowls a little bit at that. You're not sure why. It's not my home.
Where is your home?
My home is sitting on the seat of the world.
Do you want to know what that means?
How smart are you?
Really fucking smart.
You're like, this is some colloquialism for he's saying he basically should be the emperor. He states to you,
I don't like him.
I want to leave this prison, and I am finding a way, but I am patient. There are reasons I do not wish to leave.
Wait, that is a contradiction. You said you want to leave, and then you said you don't want to leave.
I don't want to leave with the door the warden has built for me. I wish to leave of my own means.
Okay. I assume you cannot. So your power is limited.
It would be unwise to think that. I have chosen to limit myself and use my own means instead of a door constructed by some petty god.
Actually. Well, Xenox doesn't like this guy.
That is why. Yes, there was it.
Yeah.
It is up to you. You may know the way out. I care not too much, but I will be here.
Do I know anything about Rakshasa?
Roll a knowledge planes or a knowledge arcane.
Fuck. These are. Knowledge planes. Knowledge arcana. 17.
On Arcana?
Yeah.
It's some kind of extraplanar being, but there's something odd about it. It's not truly extraplanar. You're not entirely certain of its nature, although you do know that it has a lot of pride.
Is there anywhere that I can speak in this place to him without the other guy being able to hear us?
Not that you can see right
Come with me.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, I go and follow the path that the other lady took. We'll be back.
now. You noticed it was right next to it.
Next to that.
Next to the Rakshasa.
One moment, please. Can I just get past the...
The way is there. You can see that behind his seat. If you crawl under, there's a small, like, white gap that you can see some terrain through what looks to be some roots hanging this way towards you.
Ah.
You would be able to squeeze and fit through quite easily.
Does this place feel like the same kind of place that we woke up in after Lord Lero dropped the black liquid initially?
You wouldn't be able to tell.
Okay.
You have no sense of that. It's behaving quite a bit differently.
So gravity is relative here, but it was not in that place.
Absolutely. There's also the terrain itself appears to be incredibly alien in nature and behaves strangely.
Okay.
You recognize he has stipulated that he refuses to walk through the warden's door.
Yeah. I am also very careful to not hit those glass vials that I have on my belt.
Okay. You take extra care. I think
Yeah.
for now I'm going to assume your character's basically like those are padded or something like that.
Like, I'm carrying nuclear weapons on my belt in a glass vial. So they're a little bit too close to Nox's sensitive areas for comfort. So he's very careful.
What would...
No.
I
Don't
don't know.
even go
I
there.
need to go look at that. Alright, sure. So you squeeze through and you feel the same sensation as you approach this terrain as the portals and it slowly sucks on you. You've got the tenaciousness. You can continue to proceed if you wish.
Yep.
You push it. You following him?
Yep.
You find yourself in a completely different area. As you squeeze through, you fall a little bit, and you clutter to the ground, crashing through what appears to be a set of bones of some kind.
Wait, was that over the top of the hole?
It'd be like...
Draw like a side diagram.
Rakshasa would be sitting on a plateau like this,
And this is just on...
and it's like here. And you were looking at him like this.
Okay. So he was sitting on a thing just sort of jutting out from the roof.
You could tell his posture, he was covering it up slightly.
What a bastard.
Yeah.
Alright. So we go through that, and then there's a pile of bones.
It emanates to be something akin to this. There's roots hanging that way, and you fall out like that.
Oh, okay. Okay, that makes sense. And the bones are immediately as we fall out. Okay, gotcha. I'm not a fan of relative gravity, I have to say. It was novel the very first time that it happened, but it's starting to get real.
With the wardrobe.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I know what's happening. We're all good.
No, Nox isn't a fan of relative gravity. He's starting to equate it with
Problems.
people dying or like
Just negativity in
weapons of
general.
mass destruction or
Negativity.
yeah, not good experiences. All right. So you're out. We're going.
Yeah,
through-
I've stepped around the skeleton. I'm on the other side of it, kind
Cool.
of looking around.
Okay. So you're looking around, and what you see is...
Tell me what I see, Dungeon Master.
Fucking second. Give me a fucking second. You fucking have to go through 10 million things. Oh my god, where the fuck is it? Alright, is that one? Is that one? This one. You find yourself
Yes, I do.
Wow.
very easily. You're very good at it.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of experience.
How many do you? How much do you heal in Pathfinder when you sleep?
You for this setting? For this setting?
Yeah.
there's something I forgot to mention actually. You heal. I'm going to give you a bit of a bonus because you guys have a couple of new players. So you heal con plus level.
Alright, con score or con modifier?
Con mod plus level. You
Alright,
as well
12.
heal.
Okay, yeah.
Con mod plus level.
Yeah, I think I was fully healed because Mita saved me before he
Yeah,
died.
right.
Yeah.
So give me a moment.
Bam! Okay, that's good.
So not dead.
Nope.
Alright.
Nox is a tough mofo.
Lucky you. Or I should say lucky Nox. Matthias would envy you.
Would
Would.
had he the capability, or Matthias.
Oh, apologies, I'm on the wrong one. Wait, gonna take a 1 minute break while I go find. Apologies, guys.
It's okay.
Just a little bit. It's all over the fucking shop. Nope. Nope. This one. Ah.
I remember snippets of this room.
Yeah, that's okay. You are underneath what appears to be a set of tree roots, and right now you are in what appears to be a hallway with a rather somber sight. An unknown amount of illumination dimly lights this area, where plain pillars of marble have sort of collapsed in what appears to be a caveat of some kind. There is a smooth
Cavity.
floor. So you're on a smooth marble floor that appears to be carved into some kind of, you'd wager a hillside or something like that. Now I'm drawing this upside down, so allow me to re-illustrate it in the sense of relativity you now find yourself in. So there's a hole there. You have landed side
He's
on,
not very good at this whole sketch thing.
It's getting better.
like this.
There's a roots.
Now, you find yourself staring what appears to be a long hallway, you wager about 50 feet in length, with a white marble altar sitting next to you. There are some pillars that are affixed to the wall that appear to be crumbling and plain in nature. You are sitting amongst a pile of skeletons that is widely spread around you. You notice that you land quite comfortably, and there's no real bones that are touching you, oddly enough. From what you can see, there is a small hole here in which you can see the green light slowly emanating from. Here, other than that, there are 4 of these pillars, and you can see that there's sort of rocks and other things that have that appears to have been dug in, and then the smooth marble floor and bits of it extend up until here. There's a large piece of white torn cloth that is cut in the middle that extends along this entire hallway. It's ragged and shifted and dusty from bits of soil that has fallen from the top. You can see what appears to be the sky, the night sky, out the sort of hole, so like a window over there that you can see just indefinitely into. You'd wager you're really high up on a mountain somewhere.
Is this area man-made though? I'm not there. Never mind.
So where am I standing?
You are lying down in a pile of bones, well, where bones scattered around you. You're relatively unclean marble. There's a bit of cloth you're pushing up against. Other than that, you're quite calm. There are walls on these sides, and there appear to be a little bit of marble, and there's small little engravings on them, but they're really hard to make out from this distance. This obviously has been absolutely weathered by age.
Okay, step 1, I would like to stand up.
Well, stand up. If you're ready, please stand up. You stand the fuck up. You are now standing, and you get a sense of your sense of direction is restored to you, and you find the bones are all pushed out around you, in just like they've been shunted before. You can see the altar has been pushed back. The pillars themselves are planed, but the walls themselves, so you can imagine like there's tiles all littered along the ground, and it's like halfway up, and there's small engravings upon them.
Okay. The first thing I do is examine the altar, I think.
Absolutely. Having a look at the altar, there are small things in play, but it's... You recognize something. Can you please roll a perception check?
Dun, dun.
I'm not going to use the touchpad because I don't trust it.
Oh my god, the gloves go forever.
29.
Bam.
Having a quick
perception.
observation around you, recognize this to be what appears to be the ruins of a temple that would have been carved into the side of a mountain for some reason. Or the lower ends of a hillside, the rocks themselves, it's more like akin to soil or something like that. The altar itself, upon closer inspection, isn't an altar. At first it looked like it because you lay here unknowingly, but upon closer inspection it's more akin to what appears to be a chair of some sorts. Like a very deep marble chair that you could actually sit in quite easily, so you'd be able to rest within it. It's quite low-sung, and there's obviously not too much back support, but it is a thing of solid stone. It's also quite a lot larger than necessary for a normal sort of human or elf size. You reach twice the size of a normal chair of this nature. There are some throne-like qualities to it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So what's behind this throne?
This way?
Yeah.
There's little bits of the tiles that are akin to the walls, so you can imagine it's more like a cut-out long dome of some kind, and they're basically crumbling there, so it's just more terrain.
Okay.
You might be able to dig or find something there if you wish, but for the most part it doesn't look like there's too much going on right now.
Yeah.
With that perception roll, all you can see is the small little carvings on each of the marble tiles.
Yeah. I step around the body and walk towards the pillar.
The pillar?
Well, I guess the skeleton, not really a body at this point.
You walk towards the pieces remaining of the skeleton scattered throughout the chamber. They are clean bone at this stage. You can roll a heal, survival, or knowledge nature to know how long the body would have been around for it to reach this state. Meanwhile, you hear some clambering behind you, and you see the face of a hobgoblin protrude from the hole where the throne is and clamber out. You are kind of familiar with this now, and you're like, this is gonna do something real fucking weird.
I like angle myself to slide out ass first and land in a way that's not going to hurt without breaking the vials.
You do so very gently, and you see the goblin carefully leverage himself out of the portal awkwardly. He vibrates a little bit as he goes through. Ezreal does much of the same.
Yeah.
Beneath him. So you see the hobgoblin who's not named himself to you, and Ezrin, the man you helped before, pull himself out. You find yourselves in the city of situation. I will not describe it again. I can if you wish.
Is it man-made?
Roll a knowledge engineering or dungeoneering.
Something pretty high.
Oh shit.
28.
No. It has not been wrought with tool.
Can I tell what it has been wrought with? Does it look eroded?
While it has been eroded, the tiles themselves and the pillars it makes you make a quick assessment. You're used to doing this because you're looking for structural weakness.
Pretty much.
The tools itself seem to be eroded of something like that scraped away at it, but in a very genteel manner.
You're out of the frame, by the way.
like the most fine but sharpest of sandpaper would be able to do something like this. You figure it's definitely not a material you've seen before, and the construction mechanism would be of great interest to you.
Could it have been man-made by something like blowing wind at it for a really long time? Like longer than
reasonable.
Yeah, longer than a reasonable time.
Yes.
Okay.
The construction
I
is to
scowl
the point
all
where
the way
you're
around.
not quite cool with it being like this.
Okay.
Something is the fuck up.
I'm looking around and I'm scowling all the way around until... Hello!
So I turn around, because I was walking away from them at the time. I turn around.
You are the lady that kicked me when I was sleeping. I was a little bit rude with you at the time, I'm sorry. But you shouldn't kick people when they're asleep.
Okay. How does my character react to this?
I should not have drunk half a bottle of that.
Should it be?
Woo! Fucking chili beer!
Do you need a moment?
I need a personal move. No, I'm good. Keep going.
Woof.
So I start rifling around through everything around me right now. Where are we? Where are we? Krieg was here.
You can smell Krieg and cleanliness.
I shrug and turn.
It's a very distinctive smell amongst the cleanliness.
I shrug and turn back around, walking towards the pillars.
You're dismissed. And the elf walks towards the pillars.
I look around. I want to take stock of this altar. Does it look like it was made with the same process?
Looking at it, you wager that it's clean cut and age.
Okay.
It's almost like age. Your knowledge engineering gets you this.
Mm-hmm.
The erosion that has occurred here is not age. The tiles themselves, the floor is clean. While things appear dirty, it must have only been recent. Most of the things that are still in shape are pristine, including the altar itself.
Okay.
Something has caused this damage. That is not time.
Where are we?
Okay, let me search Wikipedia.
Birthday!
Connecting to server. Alright.
It takes you a bit. You have to
Poor-
readjust your
I
fucking
get really
server.
poor service on the astral plane.
Yeah, I know. It's
We need a dial-up tone or something.
You would have to roll a knowledge religion.
Okay.
Okay.
It's
While
even
he
flame.
is accessing Wikipedia,
Yeah.
I look around. Is there anything that catches my eye? I'm looking for glints of metal or any other man-made materials, or looking at these bones in a lot of detail, or whatever's behind the altar.
I'll
the
give you
roots of the
bones
root.
behind and the roots.
One check.
Yep.
Yeah.
Perception.
One. I don't see shit.
You're just like them fun fucking roots.
Rip.
Like that looks like I'm in a cave. This looks like I'm in a temple.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Is
This
there
is like the shit you're not used to engineering.
Yeah.
You've never been. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna impede on your backstory. I'm sorry. You've never bombed a temple.
You're probably right.
And you're like,
Not out of
Shit.
any moral compulsion against it.
yeah, just out of orders. You've never
Just-
been ordered to bomb a temple.
Yeah, alright.
Most of the other people in the demolition team have been.
Yeah. No, that's fine. I was mostly stationed underground. So, there's nothing obvious that would not require a perception check that would be part of this.
No.
Okay. Alright, cool.
No. You just have never bombed a temple. So to you, this is an alien environment in which you're not able to tell, like, why it's like this or where any of the structural weaknesses are. You're just like, this is not man-made.
Alright.
Hold on. Hello.
Hi,
I'm
Tom,
playing D&D.
Tom's
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
to his mum.
Oh, okay. Good night. I love you.
Bye, Tom's mum.
Bye bye.
Anything to say?
Nah.
No?
Because everyone else is laughing.
Good night.
Good night.
Nice to meet you.
Bye.
Next week.
Yep. Bye bye.
That was different.
I was like, my mum's calling me. What's happening here?
Alright.
Is this an emergency?
You wanted to say goodnight, apparently.
Alright.
That's mine.
Yes, these things happen.
Alright.
So.
Little segue.
Did you get a response from the server?
Yeah, the forge is shit here, man. Alright, I'm just gonna look around the temple. Yeah, what the fuck is going on?
You're like not entirely sure. You don't know why. Nox is just like.
Yeah.
I got a permanent scowl.
There are walls and a thing. I don't know.
Do I
Are
pick
you
up?
rolling any knowledge? No, you have to
no,
either. You have to roll a skill check here.
Yeah, no, like a perception check, like to see.
Roll the big
it.
dice.
Roll that shit.
Roll the big dice. Never mind.
You gotta stop rolling the dice, man. You're like.
Alright.
3.
You're like,
Five.
it's a temple. It's not the one in the front of the abbey. That's what you get.
Alright,
You're like, this isn't the abbey's temple.
alright.
Got it.
Okay.
Is the architecture here similar to anything else I've ever seen ever?
Just zoom in on Tom pondering.
No. Damn. It is not.
Alright.
Alright.
You can understand that it was built for the form of worship. You are familiar with temples.
Yep.
Like, the form is of that nature, but the way in which it's been constructed, you are not.
No symbolism or anything like that around here?
There is a lot of engravings on the tiles themselves.
Ooh. I examine them. Do they relate to any religious symbolism that I'm aware of? Or any symbolism at all?
There are many symbolisms that you can see here.
I'm betting it's Ilmatar.
You recognize there are several engravings that line the wall and the tiles here. Of what you see is what appears to be a depiction of a man who is addressing several wounded or tortured individuals. There's a fine amount of detail to this imagery that gets down to a very minute level. Like the levels of depth address the depictions quite well. So each tile, while it's about this big, has the equivalent of a really nice painting carved into it, almost like pearl carvings.
Okay. Are there any runes? Like rune tiles?
Roll perception.
20, natural.
None of these tiles appear to relate to dwarven runes or runes of any kind. In fact,
Okay.
these would be more akin to the carvings of human nature, although not to the expertise that you've seen any human craft them. This is far above and beyond.
So the tiles are on what part of the room?
There's a line of them in the wall, and some of them are crumpled, and there's several boundary lines on the floor making a pattern, so that you can see.
But all the top part is the part that looks like it was being carved by some unknown method.
No, this entire bottom area is what I mean.
Oh, okay.
Like the tiles themselves, the nature of the structure. The rest of it just looks like it's been destroyed, and this is just a cavern. That part looks natural.
Including the tiles looked like they were made with the same
Mechanism.
strange.
Yes, that's the reason the expertise is there. You're not
that's
entirely
weird.
certain how someone's crafted it to this precision. It looks like
This
humans are behind this.
place is strange.
Yes, I see. Can I roll a knowledge religion to see
Knowledge,
what-
religion, or history, you can find out the nature of the depiction on the tiles.
Okay.
You may roll a knowledge. I'll have to let you pick. I can't tell
Okay,
you to figure out the nature
religion.
of the construction.
Um,
So what do you want? Do you want to know what the depictions are about, or do you want to know what this area is?
I want to know what the depiction and
History.
his
History or religion?
history, I guess.
Wait, I can do history.
Yeah.
I got history as well.
Roll your
Okay,
fucking dice! Holy
Okay,
shit!
alright, religion.
Just fucking roll! What do you lose?
Two. You suck, man.
20?
20, yeah.
Wait, you rolled a 2 and you got a 20?
Fuck. He's got plus 18.
Alright.
Yeah.
You understand that the depictions carved on these small runes are
Use Mr.
really
Wikipedia
old
for a
historical references. Like the pages of history that you've read that reference this kind of stuff, you're not even sure what it all correlates to. It's still a subject of research.
One. I don't know shit.
You're not fucking lying. You're lying.
I'm rolling 1s and 20s. I'm like, Mr. Success Fail.
Let's give you some time.
Yes, so I've walked that way,
You walk that way.
and
How do you walk?
just, I don't know,
Do you walk? Do you strut? Do you just saunter?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm trying. Character
I
development.
fucking strut. I strut everywhere. No, I swagger. Yeah, that's it. I got Staying Alive playing in the background. I'm a survivor.
I carefully almost sneak towards the, I guess that would be the back.
You're gonna across the fucking room.
No.
Okay, I know what you're doing. You walk with adaptive precision and grace that an elf would into the woodland.
That one.
that one.
Okay, so layout. How are the pillars set out? How do I see the
pillars?
sky? Tell me from that perspective. If I'm walking away from the altar / chair towards the pillars, what do I see? I think that's the best way to explain that.
Pillars. The pillars are there's sort of like a ring where the tiles are centered, and you can see some of the engraved tiles circling around them. The center pillar, so the foundation that these tiles were laid on, is this smooth pillar that sinks into the ceiling and doesn't have any seam lines, but the tiles have been pulled off of it and are scattered below it. Looking to the left, the walls are similar, where the tiles emanate up, so there's some plain ones to the ones that are colored, before they sort of fall off and reach the natural edge of the cabin. The top has these roots down, you see in front of you, this is where sort of, you recognize that there's a lip here. You don't know what's below it, but you can see ahead of you that there's a sheer edge. Beyond that, you see that in front of you is what appears to be an extremely vivid night sky. Ones of the kins you've never seen before. The stars themselves are swirling in formations that you haven't seen, and are of vivid, bright colors and purples that act almost as bright as sunlight.
Okay.
You'd wager that's what's lighting this place you're in right now. It's actually casting a bit of a shadow behind you.
Okay, are the only things on the ground bones and broken tiles?
Pretty much as far as you've noticed.
Okay.
Can you roll a perception? I need to find the Titus laughing version of this. Have you seen that?
28.
The entire
Okay.
Final Fantasy X soundtrack modded to be Titus laughing.
Jesus.
Where are you?
28.
You notice that the bones are of one body, and you sort of realize that all of them have been scattered in such a way of someone landing outside the portal. You wager perhaps the big red man. There is a hand that has been thrown to the edge of the room.
A hand.
Yes.
Not a glove, a hand.
It's almost nearly 10 as well, in fact it is, as a warning.
Is it a severed hand with a glove?
It might have had the glove beforehand.
Ah!
Okay. I have a couple ideas of what I could do here. I pick up one of the broken tiles. I step towards the pillars, but not through them, and then lightly throw the broken tile between the pillars.
So you're just like chucking it
Yeah.
that way. You throw the pillar and it clatters and clambers to the edge and stops.
Okay.
Nothing happens between the pillars.
Okay. I step through the pillars.
You start walking. You can actually see the edge. It's little. It's not a slope. You'd wager it's a cliff.
Hmm. How far is the cliff from the actual pillars? Like, could I?
So you recognize that this is like jutting out, and there's actually it'd be something like this.
So would I be able to hold on to one of the pillars while I look down?
Well, the pillar is actually back here. You would actually be able to walk up to this jut and actually see up as well.
Okay.
So it's like an overhang.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I step just enough to be able to look up.
You can roll perceptions and stealth here as well.
Yeah.
This is where you can choose, I don't want to be known that I'm walking out this way. This is where stealth comes into play. I know that you're playing a rogue now, so I'm going to remind you of that. It's basically roll a shit ton of stealth.
Hang on, let me add on this stealth.
It is.
You can also roll the knowledge on what this place is.
Okay, knowledge
Not
history.
yet.
Okay, yeah.
When it's your
Not what I meant to hit. 33.
On
Ah.
stop. You are silent. Regardless of these tiles around you, adeptly place your feet in such a way that you may as well not be here. So you're going to quickly have a peek up and see what's
Yeah.
around?
I pick up and look around as well.
You look up. You step out to the precipice and you quickly realize that it ends. Much like the edge of this table I'm on. You quickly look beyond as you sort of approaching and you realize it drops to what appears to be more sky. You're a little bit concerned. You're like, where is the ground? There's no land. When you get to the sort of edge of a ledge On a mountain, there should be land. There is nothing on the horizon. You're a little bit shocked by this, and you look up, and you see that the cliff extends. And stand up. So if this was the edge, you'd be looking up this way. You see that the edge of the rock continues through a bit and ends up on the lip. There is something there that's moving. A large tail covered in brass scales slowly sweeps from left to right.
I'm glad I got that stealth.
GTFO!
There's slight fins on the tail that extend up like this, and you can't see what it is.
Let's just make sure the stream can see most of that. Yeah.
That ain't gonna work.
Alright, so fuck. This is the cliff, the deck he's standing on. If he looks up, he sees this tail here, winding and swaying very slowly.
I think they get it.
Fuck! Alright, we got it, boys.
I hope you didn't pinch your fingers on that, because that would be brutal.
Yeah, that would fucking hurt. I got enough booze in me to pain relief.
Okay. I don't know if I would recognize what that tail is from.
Thanks, Tiger.
I was
I
very
didn't wanna-
stealthy, Toiga.
I didn't want to say it, but he's stealthy, and as soon as we get there, yeah, we're dead.
Okay. I stealthily go back inside. And I walk up to these guys and kind of go, there's a giant...
Where did you come from?
Good point.
He blurts out at you.
I get you to shut up. There's a giant tail above and there's no ground.
What? There's the ground here.
Literally what my character's doing, okay?
Did you see the cat man?
No, I saw a giant tail.
Did the cat man have a tail? No, he was wearing pants. What are you talking about?
Oh, I'll be alive this Sunday. Damon aren't leaving.
So, well,
We are in the sky. There is a tail above.
I am thoroughly confused. Okay, so there's a tail out there and we're in the sky, but down there we're in a cave with a cat man and no gravity.
I suppose, yes.
Yes.
Where are we? Figure it out.
I'm
You're
trying
the
to
smart one.
The reception shit here, like I said.
Do you want to roll
big-
your knowledge on the
Okay,
temple?
yeah. Alright, so I'll do a knowledge
It's
history.
the origin of the temple.
Oh, yeah.
man.
Yeah.
So,
33. 36,
Six.
yeah.
High knowledge
Oh,
checks
yeah.
make Tom cry.
Oh, shit.
You have heard only a little
Okay.
of this. Only
wow.
the smallest
Only
amount of
little.
information
Okay.
that draws any consistency to the narrative you have formed in your head as to what this place would be. The only places on Faerun that resemble this in any way that have been recorded in the annals of history are ones that are near very, very, very old portals that do not exist anymore. They've gone some time ago. But there are these ruins that have been left there, and it's said that these portals lead to the celestial domain,
Okay.
the realm of angels.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. I tell you guys that.
I don't understand anything that you just said.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, wait, can the cat man hear us from where we're standing right now?
You don't know.
Okay.
Based on distance, do I think, like, if it were the normal world,
Yeah, if the portal transmitted noise, you think he would be able to hear you.
okay, I want to move far enough out of earshot.
Like,
Just down to the pillar, I guess.
Just not too close to the pillar. I
Yeah,
kind of
okay.
hold you back a bit
Yeah.
so that you
Okay,
don't go.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, okay. No, we're in the sky.
Okay. Forget that. How
But-
big is the tail?
You
Why don't we go and
wager
Yeah, we go and
20
look.
feet long.
No. We go and look before she gives an answer.
I hope you do it stealthily.
You being stealthy.
If they're not being stealthy, I step slightly away from the pillars.
We can just run back to the Catman, yeah?
Yeah.
You go and like peek. You're just like.
We're not being loud.
Yeah, I
We'll
know
be
you're not being-
discreet, but not like.
Stealthy.
Not actively stealthy.
Yeah.
You walk out to the lip of the pillar and you see the tail.
I think he's disappointed about his role.
We're hard in the sky.
Really?
You recognize the scenery as you're very similar to the one above Glister itself.
Ah. We're back here.
But there are a couple of other things you guys notice in particular, but you are currently absorbed with the tail. Looking at the tail, you see it's covered in this brass sheen, and there's a fin of copper, copper-like fins that extrude right up, and it's waving back and forth.
Step back a little bit. It's a good idea. Just a little bit. Just a little. So, okay.
And there's another thing you notice looking out. There is another rock formation quite a bit of distance up here. You don't
Yeah.
know what's on top of it. So
Is
like
there
all the way over here, but really far away.
Is there a broken bit of rock flying away from one of the sides? Or slightly separated? that I may
you can see.
recognize?
Not that you can see.
Okay. Just checking.
I know. It fell really fucking quick
Alright,
once it broke formation.
so tell me about the Catman.
Like this is the good option.
I'm really interested in this
So there's a
Catman.
tail and we're in the
Okay.
sky, but tell me about the Catman.
No, I don't want to deal with the tail yet. That's too much.
When do we have to
too
go
much
for you, Matt, by the
stimulus.
way?
Half an hour, we can start packing up.
It's too much right now. One thing at a time.
Okay.
Fresh,
No, that's
fresh in the morning and there's a tail outside.
Okay, let's focus. Okay.
Okay.
Now the Catman.
Catman.
What do you know about him?
Okay, all I know is he's a Rakshasa.
Have I heard that word before?
No.
Okay.
I don't know what
Okay.
that means. Okay,
Let's just say he's a demon. Alright.
great.
Yeah. Okay. It's,
I think Ezra used the technical term. He would say devil here.
Oh, okay.
Just so you know, the classification is important.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So a devil makes contracts. A demon just kills you.
Oh, okay. Okay. So, David.
Even better.
Yes. I know.
You know
right?
this is worse.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Yeah. So, but there is a silver lining here. We can make a deal with the devil.
You can easily overhear this conversation with your perception, by the way.
It's not as bad as you might think, because like these devils, they do have some weaknesses. Their pride is their weakness, so maybe we can use that to our advantage. And
go on.
yes,
I'm still listening.
So, as far as I can gather,
Did you make a deal with him already?
No.
To maybe sell out your hobgoblin companion?
I pause for a second. No.
Can I roll sense right now?
Yes, you do.
2. Never mind. Okay, Anthony.
You're like, you're not sure if he has or not.
Okay.
You can't tell. You can tell he's like, his kind of like way of speaking is too like, no, like, that's
No.
and you can't fucking read it, so you have no idea.
Okay.
Right.
Well,
So-
as far as I can tell, this devil wants to get the hell out of here himself, and he can get us out of here.
Well, we can leave on our own.
Can we? There's a
We just
giant
got out of
chair.
the hole.
Yeah, but we are exploding
As
the
in,
sky.
you do know he's referencing
Yeah.
leaving this place you're in altogether.
Oh, okay,
So
right.
going back to Faerun would be what's implied.
Oh, okay, right. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, why don't we just get him to tell us how to do that?
Well, he only
If there's a way there, we can just go.
he only gives information for information.
I had plenty of useless information. Maybe I can sell it to him.
Maybe. Alright.
Did you chat with the cat man?
I did a bit. The cat is not very forthcoming. There are also, as far as I could tell, no exits in the room we were in, other than the one we came through.
Maybe we should look around a bit more. Shall we talk to the cat man?
Yes. I know.
Okay, we'll deal with that next. I go back to the cave.
So you climb back through and you're
Yep.
here next to Geri Galarian. The Catman, in this environment, strokes his whiskers again as you protrude from the hole. He gazes at you as you do so.
Okay, so let me get
You
this.
find yourself in the spear again.
Let me get this straight. You are a devil.
That is correct, although I would not affiliate with them.
Okay.
For all intents and purposes, yes. Although an aggressive acquisition for one looking far more formal about conversation than before.
I am better armed.
He smiles.
Now-
Well, you think he does.
You want to leave?
Are you all through this, by the way? Are you all listening to this conversation?
Are you following me back in? I don't mind. I'm happy to wait until everyone comes back if we're shuffling back as a group.
That's what I've been trying to think while you were about to talk to him. I take a quick look around once more and then go through.
You notice much of the same. The other thing about your character should be aware at this stage is they're talking about finding a way out of this greater place.
And I have no idea what they're talking about.
And you're like, why do they need to get out of this mountain? Like, what the fuck's happening, pretty much? So keep in mind, that would kind of be a major thing probably flavoring your actions right now. Is like, why are these guys saying they need to get out more?
But at the same time, I do want to leave prison and not be left behind, so I'm not just going to chill in the other room while they're talking to the cat man.
Sure. So I'll come back to you and we'll figure out what your character does.
Yeah.
So what did you ask him?
So, there is an exit, but you will not use this exit by virtue of the person that made it.
Perhaps some clarity is needed here. You might find that I'm talking about the exit of this little prison, this sphere. The one that you have just come through. The exit, when I'm talking about what interests you, is the one that leaves the greater area. That I will reveal to you is you're in a certain place that is not your home. I am interested in making my way back there as well. We deal with very different problems, but I refuse to walk through that small hole that you yourself have just walked through.
So you know nothing of what's through the door?
I know more than you.
Were
Excuse
you
me.
put here? Or did you come here?
Interesting question.
Didn't I pretty much ask that question last time?
Maybe. I was asleep.
I feel like I did.
Feel free to answer it.
Perhaps
I'm just-
since your nature I have gleaned that you awoke here, yes.
Correct.
You could say the same of me.
So how did I get here? Did you see?
I did
Much
not.
like you may have awoken in wherever the greater is, the greater prison, I awoke in the small chamber a mere 2 hours ago. You wager that's about the time the black liquid hit.
The last time I spoke to him, he didn't entirely have a grasp of time.
Are you telling me directly?
Yeah.
I tell you 2 hours as your feet walk the earth as the sun orbits Theron. I mean 2 hours. Well, some could say I have been imprisoned a millennia, but in a different place up until now. That is why I said I can be very patient.
I wonder what the limits of your patience are.
Far longer. I have simply moved cells.
Alright. How can I piss this guy off? So you are bound not by your skills, but by your attitude. It is that to which you are a slave, correct? Because otherwise you could just walk out the door like us.
Correct. You are not wrong.
So, why will you not walk out the door?
I told you I have no interest in walking out the door made by a god's warden.
So you are expecting some other power to come along and give you an exit, yes?
A power much like yourselves. If it not you, it will be the next.
Has there been anyone before us?
Not for the mere 2 hours I've been waiting here. I will wait longer.
Okay, so what could we do to get you out of here?
Wow!
Brutal. Very simple, but I seek it only in trade. I will not leave unless I am useful. You call on me when you find the key, and I will present you the door to open. The key being the ritual that Ezrin spoke of.
What? What is he
Yeah.
talking about?
Okay, so I explain.
He explains that it's the thing Lyra did.
Ah,
And I pick up on the fact of what name he just used.
do I remember any of that ritual?
Yes.
Because I was...
You you tried to grab the vial out of him.
Okay. How else can you be of use?
I know more of this land. I know more of the nature of this place, why it is shaped to be so, what may be affecting you, and who built it. This is all too valuable information to keep me here freely without any information that would be prevalent to my escape of my cell.
Okay, name your price.
Knowledge.
No, be specific.
The price varies on the information you give me. If you tell me more of the ritual enough so that I may perhaps replicate it, I can tell you one piece of information of great detail about the nature of this place, or how you may leave.
Well-
It varies from there. It's difficult to assess the worth of information before it is given. I will also trade information first, and you can assess what that is worth.
Is information the only thing you want to trade?
No. I will also trade my services, but only in the form that I be called upon when you see the key.
I don't know what that is yet. The ritual, but I don't know its form.
Neither do I, and that is why I will only trade for that. There
What
will be
about
others.
power or something like that?
I care not for that. I have it already.
But it's limited.
Only
Anyway.
by petty confines and by myself. I would not have it if I stooped to your level.
So we can use this one to unravel the mystery or go and figure it out for ourselves. I feel that we should try it, but I don't know what the long-term ramification of giving this cat man this
He smiles
information
as you say
is.
that.
Yeah, I was worried
I don't know if
about
it's that bad, really. I mean, he's a cat man. What can he do?
about that.
What?
He can do a lot.
Is he big?
He's
Yes,
extremely
he's
powerful.
like 7 foot tall.
Alright, fine. So he's like a big cat.
He's a fucking big cat.
He's extremely
Yeah.
powerful. He's a Rakshasa.
Because that means
Yeah.
anything to him. Or
You're a wizard.
Yes.
Can't you just deal with it when...
He smiles at you.
No.
Okay, I'm seeing the power play right here.
Yeah,
and,
okay.
and it's obviously in your favor.
Yeah.
Unless you're a really good poker player.
Why did it,
Yeah.
it censored that word? I don't know why. Let me check my settings.
I don't know. Alright, fine. What information can I give you to find out who is behind all of this?
I do not know who, but I can tell you why they have, what power they have over this place, and what they are doing.
Alright, that'll be a good start. What do you want for it?
He smiles. That is a very expensive piece of information. You'll need to tell me the details of anything that have happened to you in your coming here. Anything that happened in your environment, around you, or to you, or to others. Otherwise, I will not be able to divulge the information correctly, and it's something I could also use to draw conclusions.
Why don't we break this down? For the price of what happened to him, then you can tell me how they got their power.
Just quickly, Toyo, could you try that word again? I want to see if I fixed it.
Sure. Very well.
I'll tell you everything I know about this guy.
Hey,
Very
hey.
well.
Wait a minute.
Proceed.
Okay,
A man of worth, finally.
so now let me be clear. Once I give you this information, I'm happy to go first. You will tell me how whoever it is behind this got their power.
Wow, Toyga.
Okay.
Here's how to provide a really good hand job.
Let me just change what I was about to say. No. Okay, so
I understand. I can tell you the nature of their power, perhaps not how they got it.
can I paraphrase here and sort of just explain the journey to date,
Can
including
you include some key details?
Okay, the key details would be essentially what happened when Ezran cast magic when Lero was dropping when he first dropped the vial. So this would include any descriptions of how it reacted. The second key detail would be when we next encountered the vials, and I don't tell him where they were or in whose possession they were in. But I do tell them that we found them in Glister, and the next time we did find them, they were used as a sort of fuel.
Anything else about him?
About this guy, specifically, let me think. What specific details is he looking for? Is he looking for a general story? Or?
I'm asking you, out
Yeah.
of character. In character, he is listening.
Alright, I'm going to tell him, I will take 20 minutes explaining the story of what happened
Okay.
since we went through Glister, including all of the details. I leave out key names and locations.
You listen on this, and you're like, what the fuck? You know you're around Callista, so you can easily empathize with the story, but the him having tumors and shit, and the people, it's just like you feel like the situation has escalated.
Touch them, they're fine.
Hey.
The doctor's here. Don't worry, the doctor's here. He looks at you. His expression focused. You can tell there's something about him, the way he's thinking, that he's very intrigued by all of this. I see. Very well, I will perform my trade, although my explanation will be shorter. There's less to be had there, but perhaps more quality over quantity. You are in a place where the person who owns it shapes it. There is an individual who is controlling the nature of where we are.
I'm attempting to keep up, but
Anything that you have seen is merely a construction of theirs. Normally, this would be a god. Ilmatar in this case. But they are long gone. Whoever has taken up the mantle, probably not of godlike power. I know not of their nature, who they are, how much power they hold, or if they just happen to be the person among us that holds the most wisdom. But they are the ones that are shaping what's happening. This could even extend to what's happening to you. To the
Behind
point
me.
it becomes real.
Can you translate?
I
Well,
think I
in
understand.
layman's terms,
Yeah.
you understand the thing he's saying,
Yeah.
and you relate this to your knowledge of the black liquid.
Okay. Yeah.
Whoever holds the most willpower in this place is the one that controls the shaping of the land.
Oh, okay.
Prior, that would have been a god, but the god has left.
Oh, okay, right.
Someone is shaping this place
Oh, okay, yeah.
to be different, and is even able to shape people in this place to how they perceive them to be.
Okay, right.
And
So
this
somebody
is
gave you your tumors.
Yeah.
pretty much.
Okay. Yes. So yeah.
What a
so
bastard. I'm glad I don't have tumors.
yeah.
I
wait
don't,
till
I don't
get,
have tumors, yeah.
yeah. Wait till I get my hands on the guy. All right.
I'm not even gonna respond to that because
Fuck that.
that is not the vibe Vey is getting. I'll just put that out there.
Time for a catman sex cave.
All right.
Gee, Bob Dick.
Oh god, okay, stop.
I have to say 2 words
Yeah.
to get us to stop,
You
man.
win and we're done. Okay, so... Wait,
Okay.
okay, what's your wisdom?
Not that great. It's I think 10. Oh no, 14.
Oh shit, you're wise.
Oh damn. Right.
You're like mountain man wise.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Mine is
Maybe
not
I
great.
gave my tumors to me.
They're self-inflicted kills.
Yep, that's it,
Magical
yeah.
kills.
He says, unfortunately, I have no idea who would have assumed this mantle of creation.
Do you?
So, I would assume you are very wise.
It is not me. You may have noticed something. Things of Ilmatar, things past, blended with places that you know, means they do not have the strength Ilmatar does. But they have something at the very least. It is akin to a man who builds his house. The gods shape this world into whatever form they see fit to best suit their services. Someone simply assumed control of that.
So what's the black liquid for?
It is the stuff this place is made from.
So if you had more of it, what could you do?
Anything.
Hey. Okay. Well, if we can get you out of here somehow.
Very simple. As I said, we stipulate terms on which you call upon me, and that will draw me to you.
Why can't I just go out of that hole and then call you on the other side? Wouldn't that set you free? Because you're not going through the hole.
Devil magic is complicated. You need to call upon me for a specific service.
Will I be bound
And it has to be
burned in
worthwhile
hell
for me.
forever?
Perhaps.
Yeah, it's, see, I have a problem with that.
If you gain this black liquid and perhaps you gain some form of immortality, I see why not it's an issue.
Wait, really?
I know not what you could do with it. It is raw magic.
What if you drink it?
Ill-advised. It needs to be shaped. You're
Okay.
telling me you would take raw anything and drink upon it?
But no, I'm an alchemist. I would mix it with something.
He looks concerned at you and then smiles.
Okay.
Alcohol and raw magic, just, you know.
I'm gonna make some motherfucking magic juice.
Oh shit.
Shit.
Okay, so why don't we get working on this contract then, and we'll find out if circumstances arise wherein we need your help.
The simple circumstances as such. For me, anyway, for it to be worthwhile for me. You have come across the key, the ritual. This Lero had poured this black liquid into the vessel that shaped it. You call upon me to observe it and to aid you in its deciphering. I will be free, and I will aid you in leaving and potentially gaining more of this.
So,
But after that, I leave, and you leave me.
And our obligations to each other and to any contract we have end.
Smart. Very well.
One more thing, which is a prerequisite to me calling upon you. Answer this question. Are your powers limited by your presence in this cave?
No.
Okay.
Do we have a deal?
Vey raises an eyebrow.
You see him pull up one of his hands, and it's placed like this now.
Why?
This is the contract. It's more primitive than I would like.
Hands or paws?
I'm thinking about the exit condition. So the exit condition is no, it has to be time bound as well. So
Whatever
if
else
I
you
no,
use.
wait, hang on. If I never call upon this guy, then the contract never.
Hands.
You're not certain. You don't know enough about how contracts of this nature work. This is
Okay.
your first time hearing about something like this could happen.
Yep. Okay. So there's a few concerns there. One, if I start a contract now, there's only one exit condition, which requires me to call upon him.
Correct.
So I need an additional exit condition, which is a walk away condition. Otherwise, I'm not going to sign.
You're smart enough to realize that due to standard contracts, you're aware that may be some unknown unknowns in the relation to the contract that you're forming here.
Mm-hmm.
But for the most part, that seems reasonable to you.
Okay, so it's a walk away clause wherein if I don't call on this guy prior to no, if I just never call on this guy, then the contract is it sits in stasis forever, and there is no condition that will ever cause any additional part of the contract to trigger.
So as you verbatim agreed, yes. You're not sure if you can form more contracts with other people and what that would stipulate, things like that.
If I am forced to call upon him against my will, it does not count as execution of the contract.
You don't know.
No, that's something I'm going to negotiate then. One more condition. No clause in this contract can be acted upon under coercion, compulsion, or anything other than free will for either of us.
Free will is complicated.
Well, for me then, if it's complicated for you.
He looks at Ezra. I have a strange request then, to make this part of the clause. I don't want you to ask why. If you do not answer it, I won't help you.
Tell me but you don't want me to ask what your request is.
No, I don't want you to ask why I'm requesting it. It is a one-way transaction that will cause me to be comfortable with a clause like that.
And if
Evidently,
I,
for a devil, that is a big deal.
and so you will
You're basically
tell
telling
me the clause and I will not ask why. I will
It
just...
is not a clause in the contract. It is a piece of information.
And after you have given me this information, I can agree to not sign the contract?
Yes.
Tell me.
What drives you? Not to this contract. What drives you? Each of you.
God. I grind my teeth
He looks at Vay.
and I stare at him for a moment.
It is a simple question that isn't related to the contract nor will it form a clause. I simply need to know why before I engage in this. It should not do you any harm, as you have essentially bound me from controlling you in any way, manipulation placed upon you from myself or from minions I manipulate myself. Thereby, it should not harm you.
I'm required to answer truthfully.
Absolutely. I will know. I'm confident in my skills.
And these two must also answer?
Yes. They are companions, they are near you, and they may affect you.
Well, they have to go first.
Etherin.
Are you going to...
Shit.
Actually, no, I know. I know. Go.
Well, I'm driven by whatever.
That's a shit answer.
Person.
You haven't even answered, and it's
Would
a
you
shit
say knowledge
Yes,
drives you?
I do like to gain more knowledge. That does drive me.
But,
But-
why would you come to Callista, a wizard of your repute, your knowledge? Why would you come to a petty town because of a note? Something's there.
Yeah, there's hints in seek of adventure. To see what's outside the wizard tower I was living
Hmm. Or is it being truthful?
in. Yeah.
He looks at Veg. And you?
I lightly shrug and say, I search for my brother. That's all you need to know.
You being truthful?
Mhm.
Nox.
I'm lonely.
Yeah, that's alright, did not
Don't
listen.
laugh!
But truthful nonetheless. Very well, I will add the clause to the contract that under no compulsion, coercion, confusion, impulsion, other than free will as defined by the petty mortals that walk Faerun, it is the only condition under which you will call me and the contract is considered fulfilled. Nor will I come under those effects. As an added benefit to you. As I feel what the answers you've given me have given me a degree of safety.
Dear!
He rips off one of his nails and passes it to you. Eat. I told you these were primitive and I'm not proud of them. You feel no different. We are done here then. I will be here if you need any more info.
You will be anywhere I want if I need more info.
As the contract states, when you find the key, I will be there. Or anything else that could be the key for that matter.
Very well. I'm gonna write these terms down.
We're gonna end there then.
Yeah.
'Cause that's a good note. Dealing with the tale may take time.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm feeling too.
Alright. So the terms were.
You can call upon him when you find the key to leaving this greater prison.
When I find I can call upon him when I find the key to leaving
Can is
this
the word.
greater prison.
But he will only come if it is of free will, as defined by the men walking the ground on the world of Faerun.
As I find the men walking on the ground of. Now, if he manages to convince all the men on Faerun that free will has a different definition, He deserves my immortal soul. That's my logic.
That's pretty fair.
Yeah, yeah, go for it. Like, if it's getting close to the...
Someone's put that much love and sweat into you at that stage.
Yeah, if it's getting to the point where there's like that many men that are changing their opinion, I'm just gonna commit suicide at 49% of the population. So like, I'm good.
Thank you for watching. We will
Thank you
be
for watching, boys.
Thanks everybody.
we will be back in a fortnight. That is 2 weeks from now.
Yay.
Rewind about 3.5 hours because we started almost 4 hours back because of starting late and because we are now in daylight savings time in Australia. Well, at least in portions of Australia, including where we are. If you would like to watch any of the previous sessions, you can find the YouTube playlist below under the Dungeons & Dragons card. And if you are new and would like to see more, be sure to hit that follow button. Other than D&D streams, I do occasionally stream Overwatch or Minecraft or VR, which is a lot of fun to stream. Other than that, see you in 2 weeks.
Bye bye.
See ya. Shit.
Alright, we made
Not
That
bad.
escalated.
Nox has no problem making deals with devils.
Yeah.
One, he has no idea really what they are. Two, I think he's a creature of